Welcome to our Friday edition. Can you be fat? I still have trouble even saying that word because it sounds like an insult. They will tell us different. And sexy? Well, in lingerie, they will prove the answer is yes. And right now, as belly dancers, each weighing in at over 300 pounds, may I welcome, and please do as well in the audience, the Fatimas. I was watching both. I had a difficult job because I was watching not only the performance, but your reaction, which was a performance in itself. You have the Widest Eyes Award, ma'am. What were you thinking while you were watching all that?
Oh, I think they're great. They did a great job.
Yeah.
I give them a lot of credit. I couldn't do it.
Uh-huh. Could you do it if you weighed over 300 pounds?
No.
Well, I want to get some other reactions. What do you guys think?
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow. How about you?
About the same, yeah.
Uh-huh. Who else? Over here? Yeah.
I think it's incredible that they feel so confident to do that, because I know I could never do that.
Mm-hmm. Do you feel at times, do you feel like going to the beach or something like that?
No.
Maybe I can't wear this bathing suit because it's a little too revealing?
Yeah, never mind going and dancing in front of all these people and just...
Okay. All right. Well, you got your microphones on, and I want to welcome you by name. We have Joel Byrne. How about a hand for Joel?
Joel.
Joel. And Ronda Wood. Ronda Wood. The Fatimas. Let me join you up here on the couch. Joel.
Joel.
That's nice. All right. Welcome.
Thank you.
Now, help me out first with the problem I'm having. Everybody on the panel, we've got some men coming out in a little bit who love fat women. They love fat women, and they'll tell us why. And later we're going to have a lingerie show, and I was having problems with everybody's desire to be called fat because I have always thought that was an insult to you.
No, it's a descriptive term.
Mm-hmm.
Like thin or blue-eyed or blonde. It's not fat and ugly, fat and lazy, just fat.
But you won't deny that most people, when they say, I ask how many of you feel uncomfortable saying to somebody, well, you're fat? Just about everybody.
I think that really comes from the background that people have. They assume it's going to be an insult because of the negative qualities that have been associated with fat people for no reason. There's not really any reason for it to have that negative sense. We don't accept it. We accept it as a descriptive term and like it much better than any other words that sound more judgmental to us.
I said you weighed over 300 pounds.
Yes.
Do you mind telling us how much you...
320.
320 and...
330.
330. As our woman in the back row said, do you ever feel self-conscious about weighing that much and coming out in belly dancers' outfits? And
How could we do it?
Yeah.
If we did.
Well, I don't know. Like, it might come over you like a wave or something. I'm not...
No, it's a long process, this process of self-acceptance. It doesn't really happen overnight. It takes a lot of support, emotional support from people, and finding out that there are alternative social avenues for larger people, and just feeling good. We accept ourselves for who we are. We want to do what we want to do, and we see no reason to sit around waiting for something to happen. We like to make things happen ourselves.
Now, why belly dancing? What, I mean, this is a very overt statement about being proud about being fat.
Yes. Yeah.
Why did you gravitate towards this?
Well, I was having a party for LA NAFA. It was going to be called
What's NAFA?
NAFA, National Association for the Acceptance of Fat Awareness.
Advancement of Fat Acceptance.
Okay, they just changed the name.
The National Association for the Advancement of Fat Acceptance.
Yes.
Okay.
I was planning this party.
See, I was going to ask you if it was a large organization, and there you go. It's not the title. Are there many members?
Very big, yeah.
Are there a lot of members?
Over 2,000, I believe, with over 20 chapters nationwide.
Okay, and I'm sorry for interrupting.
That's all right. I was having this party. I was looking for a large-sized belly dancer for entertainment, and I couldn't find one. But I found a wonderful, beautiful, talented teacher named Elaine Nerona, and she was going to perform for us, and a light bulb just went on in my head, and I said, would you be interested in teaching a group of large-sized women in my home? She said, of course. And then she said, well, you know, when you guys perform, about our third lesson, she said, you know, when you do a little performance at this party, and she just kept saying it.
We didn't believe it at first.
You hadn't thought this at all.
No.
You weren't planning on it.
Yeah, we just wanted, you know, we wanted the experience. We wanted to learn the moves. Yeah. Joelle and I had already been doing a low-step aerobics program for a couple of years together because we were interested in being in fitness and so forth.
Did you, you regard yourself as sexy?
Oh, sure.
You feel sexy. Did you always feel sexy? Have you always been overweight, first of all?
Yes, yeah.
See, I'm doing it again. Have you always been fat?
Yeah.
And I wouldn't imagine you always felt sexy in that role,
no,
given
it's
society.
very difficult growing up. I mean, for anybody as an adolescent, it's tough to come to grips with your self-esteem and your self-image as it is, but then when you're particularly the object of jokes and so forth that happen when you're growing up, it makes it very hard to feel good about yourself.
How about you?
No, it took me a couple of years of therapy and so forth to start thinking that I was okay. And once I did that, it was just a matter of time, taking one step after the other. And then I had an illness. I had a gallbladder surgery. And that's, you know, was like an emergency surgery. It's pretty close to death. And when you think about death and you think you're wasting time waiting to be thin or be perfect, and no one's ever going to be perfect. So that was a real catalyst.
Now, are you in relationships now with men?
No, I'm dating around.
You're dating
I'm
around.
divorced and I'm dating.
Is, given your new perception of yourself, is lovemaking better, different?
It's always been great.
It's always been great. So even when you had even when your perception wasn't, you can applaud good lovemaking. That's fine. No, don't assert yourself over there. Even when you were not feeling that great about yourself, that was still a nice outlet. That was a positive part.
Sure, yeah.
Is it difficult to find men who think fat women are sexy?
No, not at all. There's a lot of men out there. I don't know. Estimates have varied between 5 and 15% of the male population are attracted to larger-sized women anyway. I really think it's much more than that, and I think more men are coming to prefer, rather than what's been touted as the media image of a very, very thin woman, coming to say, well, I don't know, I like a little more meat, a little more jiggle, you know, something.
Oh, you can see collarbones and ribs on some of these models. I mean, yeah, it's a little scary.
Yeah. So if that's the way they want to be, that's fine, but then we should also
have the right to be the way we are
and be accepted.
Now, one of you is a school teacher, or what grade do you teach?
Kindergarten.
Kindergarten.
Oh yes.
What do the kids know that you're a belly dancer?
No,
or the parents
some of the people at school do. I was on another TV show, and we had our big meeting at the beginning of the year with all the principals and teachers. And my former principal said, Ronda, I saw you on TV. But he thought it was great. You know, he really said he enjoyed the performance. And
now, do people come on to you a bit now that you're, I mean, you're out, this is very sort of a sexy, belly dancing is very sexy art.
Oh, yes.
And are you finding that more people are
after
surprising
parties,
themselves almost?
People will, say, hey, you know, hey.
This ain't so bad. Yeah. People that wouldn't have thought they'd be attracted to someone who is.
Yeah, I think it really opens up people's eyes, and they say, well, you know, that's not so scary.
Yeah. Well, we're going to meet, when we come back, some people who think that, some men who think that fat women are the best bet as far as a good love life are concerned, and they'll join us right after this.
Us on the end right here, exotically attired, are Joel Byrne and Ronda Wood. Joelle, excuse me. It's Joal, right?
Right.
Okay, Joelle Byrne and Ronda Wood. You're in belly dancer outfits today, and I know you do this. You belly dance for people. you have more to dance with than
Right.
most belly dancers.
Right. Most belly dancers don't even have one. So
Most belly dancers don't even have one.
Yeah.
Are you sexy and attractive?
absolutely. Yeah. Otherwise, we wouldn't be here.
How do men react when you get up and shake what you've got?
Depends on the man and whether he's open or closed
Open or closed to what?
to women and their whole personalities as opposed to just, surface looks.
But there are some men who are like that.
Oh, sure.
But they're not interesting to us.
Yeah.
But there are some men who go gaga over you when you shake, rattle, and belly
Yes.
roll, right?
Oh, yes.
Yes. You call yourselves the Fatimas.
Fatimas, yes.
And we're going to be looking at some of your dancing later on in the show. That's our panel today. Please welcome all of them to People Are Talking. How did you get to the point where you would feel comfortable enough to dance in front of people fairly scantily clad?
Yeah, it's a long, long process. I became a member of the National Association for the Advancement of Fat Acceptance, it is now in '77, and stopped dieting at that time. I, too, had a history somewhat similar to Lynn's, being on amphetamines when I was 12, going through diet after diet for 15 years, until I said, this is not working. I really feel that yo-yo dieting tends to make people get bigger and bigger each time they try to lose a large amount of weight. So it's a long process. It took me from that time till, I would say, when we started belly dancing a couple of years ago, to really say, yes, before that I had been into movement. Joelle and I had started doing aerobics several years ago together just to feel good and be fit. We got out dancing. When we started the belly dancing lessons, we were just obsessed. We fell in love with the whole idea, with the costumes, and wanted to get out in front of people because we said, people are sexy regardless of their size, and we have a right to our bodies and a right to have fun with them.
Are there some men who get turned on just because you're large, you think?
Yeah.
Yes, definitely.
There are some men who really just love this.
Yeah.
Are there men in your lives? Are you married? Do you have boyfriends?
I'm divorced right
Yeah.
now.
You're
I'm
divorced?
dating around.
You're dating around. Well, what do the men say to you? Do they say...
They say you're beautiful, you're attractive. I love it. I have a theory about kind of a continuum. Well, I think a lot of things fall into a bell-shaped curve. And I think there are some men who are attracted, by very firm, not too jiggly bodies. And then there's a large number of people in the middle, men who are attracted to, fairly jiggly bodies. And then there's a continuum down at the end of men who are really attracted to very large women, and they enjoy the sensuality. And
what do men say to you? Do they ever say you have a great...
body?
Belly.
Great belly?
Belly.
Really? I mean, like there was some guys would say, oh, you have great legs,
Yeah.
honey, or I love your lips. They would
Yeah.
say to you, you have a great belly.
Right, yes.
And they love it.
Yeah.
They even admire cellulite.
They admire cellulite.
Yeah.
We have what you call gigolosity, which is the dynamics of the fat moving.
Yes.
And if you're in a waterbed, you don't know where the heck you are, right? Everything's moving in all different directions. Bob, is it different being a man, or do you identify with some of the stories you're hearing here?
I know that when I was younger, I felt pretty bad about myself.
Did you ever have women say things to you that were derogatory or that were hurtful?
No, not really. And I don't experience the problem with the daily confrontations with people making derogatory comments at all anyway.
Well, that's true in our society in general. Men in our society, the way we are right now, probably feel freer to make comments to women walking down the street than other men do to men or women do to men in our society in general for all people.
Right.
So you guys are just as happy. The rest of us, I feel like I'm always overweight. And I'm always trying to eat less. Well, you're laughing at me. What? I'm always trying to say, I gotta get to the gym, I gotta do some sit-ups. I can't look at my own belly and say it's beautiful. And you've got all these guys saying your belly is beautiful.
Mm-hmm. Well,
is there something wrong with me?
Yeah,
A way of looking at things.
Yeah, I think we all are or people in general try to measure themselves against some media ideal that, again, only a small percentage of the population can actually aspire to. We're born genetically with a certain body shape. Some people will always be skinny. They're not able to build themselves up and be muscular hunks. Some people will always be larger. That's just the way it is.
Well, do you have an ideal, a body image ideal? Do you look at somebody and say, yeah, I think this person looks great? Like, if I look at Richard Gere, I'd go, Boy, I'd have to do sit-ups between now and election day, and I still wouldn't look like Richard Gere. Is there anybody that you admire in terms of their body who accepts it?
Yeah, but Richard, the point is that we accept ourselves for who we are. The world is made up of different colors, different religions, different eye shades, different hair colors. As individuals, we should accept ourselves for who we are. I hated myself when I was a dress size 14. I went through 4 years of agony thinking how fat and ugly I was. I am happier today at the size I am today because I have finally come to terms with the fact that who cares? This is who I am. Who I am is my personality, what I do, what I think and believe, and that's what's important. And when I look at your audience here, I'm looking at all different sizes and shapes, and they're great people. I mean, I don't have a problem with any of them. Why should they have a problem with me?
We promised you that we'd give our audience a chance to see your act and to see the great belly dancing that you do. And we're going to ask you to unclip your mics. And lady, if you'll put your hands together, please, give them some heavy encouragement. They are the Fatimas. Okay, I have some dietitians here sitting in the front row of the audience. If one of the members of our panel today came to you and asked you for your advice, what would that be?
I don't think they'd come. I think they're happy. I think they have a positive mental image, and that's part of health, is to have a good mental image.
All right, but let's just say hypothetically that they came to you and said, "What would your? I'm very happy with the way that I am. I'm sexy. People love me the way that I am." What would you tell them? Fine?
I'd only want to evaluate the quality of their diet, not the quantity. And I think there are a lot of thin people who eat poorly, and they have as much risk of heart disease as anybody who's overweight and eats poorly. So I'd look at quality. I wouldn't question them about losing pounds and going through extraordinary means to lose weight. I'd want them to eat well, to be healthy.
Okay. Do you eat well, or do you go on Twinkie binges, or what? Do you have a good diet?
Yes, I generally do. Occasionally I eat a little bit of junk food, but on the whole, my diet is perfectly wholesome.
Good morning, you're on the air.
Hello. I just cannot understand how these people can come out in public and say that they are happy with their bodies. I just find it appalling. It's, to me, to
All right,
see
we
someone...
can't see you. What is your body like?
I have an average body. I wear a size 10 pants. I'm tall. I'm 5'8". I'm average. I don't find how men can find these women attractive.
You are average.
Yeah.
And you're happy with your body.
I'm very, well, I would like to lose some weight, but
You'd like dogs, so you're not happy.
Oh, I'm happy. My boyfriend's happy with my body. I mean, I just cannot...
Well, if you're happy, why do you want to lose weight?
Why?
Yeah.
Because I feel that I'm
Because the
a little
media
overweight.
and our society tells her that she should want to lose weight.
Yeah. I don't think so. You know, you...
All right. Okay, let me get to your point. You're saying you're a bit offended that they're happy with the way that they are.
Not that they're happy, but I mean, I don't see how they could just walk around and say that they want to be sexy in these sexy clothes, and I just cannot see how anyone would be turned on by that.
So what should they do?
They should lose weight.
They should lose weight.
Why should we do what
And in the meantime, they should not be sexy.
I don't see how they could feel
She is
themselves
very
as sexy.
prejudiced.
We should throw sheets over them and let them walk around like big tents walking around the
They
street.
look like big tents with the clothes they're in.
What?
They look like tents with the clothes they're in. So what's the difference?
Well, you just said that you felt that you should lose some weight.
But I don't look like that. I would never look like that.
Well, maybe not if she's genetically.
Never.
Yeah.
Never.
There may
Never.
be a
I would
day-
lock myself in a closet first.
Yeah.
When I first started talking about starting my business, an old family friend had said to me, well, look, why don't you just lose the weight and forget the business? And I said to him, because I live in New York City, and I go to work every day, and I have to dress nicely, and I have to look good, and I want to look good and dress nicely, and I can't find those things out there. So his response to me was, lose the weight. I said, so his wife said to me, what's she going to do in the meantime? And I said, that's it. I said, I'm here today. I could die tomorrow. I'm here today. Today, I want to look the best I can.
What do you do when you go to the beach?
Wear a bathing suit.
You wear a bathing
bikini
suit.
the way anybody else does.
You wear a bikini?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You wear a bikini on the beach?
Absolutely.
And you guys do too?
I don't have a bikini.
Bathing suit.
Would you ever wear a miniskirt?
Yeah.
You would wear a miniskirt?
If I liked.
But I have a comment for that lady. I feel really sorry for her because she does not like herself. And I love myself just the way I am.
If I could jump in with a comment to our caller, too, is that I'd like people to notice that there's a strong element of wanting to punish fat people, you know, and this is perpetuated in the minds of fat people themselves who say, well, when I lose weight, I'll have a boyfriend. When I lose weight, I'll go to school. When I lose weight, when I lose weight, when I lose weight. And their lives are going by, you know.
The time is now to do all those things.
Yeah, and there's no reason to punish us for being who we are.
Do any of you ever wear sexy lingerie when you go to bed? You do.
Or nothing.
Or nothing. Or nothing at all. When we come back, we're going to take a look at some sexy lingerie for larger women. It is a lingerie fashion show that may surprise you. This guy's shouting out, show me. We're going to show all of you in just a moment. Stay with us. Welcome back. Thanks, Dan. Well, I guess just because you're fat doesn't mean you can't be a femme fatale. We're going to be looking at some lingerie for the woman who has the femme fatale in her psyche. Some lingerie for larger women. Diane brought this from her collection, the Westminster Lady. It's a business that she founded a year ago after, as you heard, she couldn't find sexy fashions for large-sized women. You're going to be explaining some of these fashions to us, right? Our first model this morning is Bev in red satin, I guess, right?
Yes, Bev is wearing a red satin pajama set that actually is from Janelle, California. I do not manufacture at this time all of my lingerie. This is a company in California who decided to meet the needs of the large-sized woman and have done so beautifully in this sort of holiday outfit. The closer front is with pearl buttons. It's very loose and very soft and very sexy. Beth?
You feel sexy?
Always.
You do?
I always feel sexy.
This looks fantastic on you. Do you have a boyfriend?
I date.
You date?
Yes.
What do men say to you when they go out with you? Do you think do they have a special attraction to you because you're larger?
Probably. I think usually it's because of my personality.
Because of your personality. That's
Right.
what's most important.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You look fantastic. Second model is Kathy.
Kathy is wearing a very soft, feminine nightgown. This is out of nylon. It's made by Lady Romance. The ruffle on the front can be very playful, as you can just sort of slide it off the shoulder and be sort of vampy with it. This
Don't get us too excited, Kathy. This is a morning show.
Both the pajama set that Beverly was wearing and this nightgown that Kathy is wearing retail in the neighborhood of $50, and they can be found through the mail order catalog that I have, and they are in sizes 1X to 4X, which
What
is
does that mean, X?
Women's dress size 14 through 24. They do not go beyond that, but we have some fashions that will.
Are they more expensive than other fashions because there's more material involved?
Yeah, there's more material. The manufacturers say that there's more work involved, and I think that there is on some of the garments. So, of course, all that has to be taken into consideration.
Okay, thank you, Kathy. Terry is our next model. Terry is wearing?
Terry is wearing a nightgown that's been made exclusively for the Westminster Lady by a company called The Fitting Image, and it's owned and operated by Jude Bruno, who is a NAFA member. This nightgown is 100% cotton, very loose. We call it the Juliet. It sort of looks like something that Juliet would have worn when Romeo was around. Terry is a writer in New York City and agreed to come in and model for us today.
Thank you. And finally, we have Nora.
Nora is wearing one of our really special, this is a nightgown. It's a black stretch lace bodice with a poly charmeuse skirt. It comes in this combination as well as a white lace bodice across the top and an apricot colored skirt. It is the most expensive thing we have in the line. It's made by Fitting Image here in New York City. Retails for $108. Thank you, Nora.
Thank you, Nora. Bev?
You know, Bev is back with another outfit from Janelle of California. Janelle really does some nice things. This is a very pretty, very soft night shirt. They do some very romantic things. Also made of poly charmeuse, very soft lace. Comes in apricot and champagne lace as well as this mint. And it retails for about $36.
Thank you, Beth. Next is Kathy.
We were asked to bring some sexy things, and something that has only recently been introduced to the large-size woman is exercise wear. And women are wearing it for fun, not so much for exercising, although women are wearing it for both. This particular line is made from, it's called Invitation to the Dance. It's by Heidi of California. It's made of a four-way stretch nylon lycra, which is one of the best types of nylon lycra you can have. It's very, gives you a lot of support. And I think it looks great.
Thank you, Kathy. Next is Terry.
Bev did a fast change there. Bev is wearing one of the old manufacturers that just got into large sizes is Gilligan & O'Malley. This is their boutique collection. She actually has on a Missy large size, but they have such a full cut that she was able to wear this. This robe is brushed cotton with satin applique. It's about $70. And underneath, she's wearing a teddy. The teddy is made out of a petty point stretch nylon lycra lace and is also made by Fitting Image. It's exclusive for the Westminster Lady. The teddy retails for about $49.
Oh, we have one more, and then we're going to take a look at all of our models.
Nora has on one of the prettiest outfits I think we have. This isn't your lingerie outfit, but this is, again, a piece of our exercise wear. She's wearing our swing cape, which women are wearing to the office, out for play. It comes with skirts and pants that match, but she decided today to wear something a little different underneath. She's wearing a purple unitard and a dance brief, we call it, made out of snakeskin, a lycra snakeskin print. The unitard retails for about $54, $59. The pants are $24, and the cape is $87.
Okay, can we have all of our models come out and take one last look, please? this. Yes.
They exude happiness.
They exude happiness. And you know what I think, too, and I started to realize this just as I was watching it, that I think that Oprah Winfrey had a lot to do with our acceptance of larger women as being stylish. She's one... Well, we have somebody out here who doesn't agree with that, I guess. But I think that she made styles for larger women very acceptable. She's one of the most stylish people you can imagine on the air. Did many of you find her as a role model when you saw her on TV? Anybody up there?
We were doing it long before Oprah came along.
I know, but Oprah was the one who had all the publicity, was on the air and was the first...
Isn't it a shame we had to wait for somebody like that to do it for us, that people couldn't accept us on our own?
It is a shame, but thank God it happened.
And now she looks anorexic.
So you want her to gain weight now?
No, I don't, but she was perfectly fine
Wait a
the way
second,
she
she
was.
does. What do you say to Oprah?
Yes, Oprah, please gain weight. I thought you were a fabulous woman and really a role model for full-figured women.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Oprah, if you're watching, go out and have lunch on us. We're going to take a break right now. We'll be right back. Stay with us.
3 sides. And we're happy to be here to entertain you this evening. And I'd like to take just a couple of minutes and turn you into belly dance aficionados. There are a couple of key phrases. I'd like you to say, Ya Habibi. Can I get a Ya Habibi? Oh, I can tell this is going to be a good crowd. Once more, Ya Habibi. Oh, that's the Arabic. Good. I like that one. Yes, yes. I'm sure you all raised up to be proper sorts of audiences and be very polite to performers, but as belly dancers, we are different. We would like to hear you scream, yell, clap your hands, stamp your feet, and of course shout the occasional Ya Habibi. Oh yes, that's the Arabic equivalent for yeah baby. Yeah, English is okay too. There's another phrase you might want to use during our little meditative moments called soyez. Soyez. That's Arabic for sweet. We do have a section of our performance which is audience participation. So don't be shy. Be something to tell your grandchildren about. You have the opportunity to dance with a beautiful belly dancer. And once again, I'd like to encourage you to express yourselves on parts of the dance you see you really enjoy. Screaming and yelling are perfectly okay. Occasional La Habibi, and for the really brave, there's something called the Zagrit, which goes something like this. Anybody want to try that one? Oh, yes! Yes, that's it. I can tell. If you just imagine you're in a smoky dive in Tangiers, you're going to see one of the best belly dance troupes and the only large-size belly dance troupe in the Southern California area. Thank you very much once again for the Fatimas. Thank you.
one.